Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are reviewing the S21 FE. This week's review will be a little different because it's a retrospective review. We wanted to daily drive the S21 FE for a good amount of time before we reviewed the phone. So this has been my daily driver for 3 months and this is my experience. My first impression of the phone was just how impressive the build quality was. The phone has a really premium feel to it and the screen really did shock me, along with just how responsive the phone was. My phone before it had a 60Hz display and I don't think I can ever go back. Now, there is no unboxing footage. But as we know, most of the phones will no longer include a charging brick in earphones. This is quite annoying because you are creating more waste by not including these things, because you will have separate packaging for these items, not to mention the extra amount of fuel that is required. The phone charges through USB-C and does not have a headphone jack, since it is seen as a premium phone. The phone charges through USB-C and does not have a headphone jack, since this is seen as a premium phone. It has a triple camera system, a 12 megapixel ultra wide lens, a 64 megapixel wide angle lens, and a 12 megapixel telephoto lens. The front camera is also 32 megapixels. The display on this phone is truly amazing. It is a 6.4 inch 1080p display. It uses Samsung's dynamic OLED display, which is incredibly impressive and has a density of 411 pixels per inch. This phone is running an Exynos 2100 on a 5nm fabrication process. It is an octa-core processor. The max storage that you can get on this phone is 256 gigs, and it is not expandable. The model we are reviewing is 128 gigs. If you do decide to go with the larger storage, you will pay a premium, with the S21 FE coming in at £750 for the 256GB model. That is approximately $855 at the time of purchase. The phone has a depth of 7.9mm, the width is 74.55mm, and a height of 155.7mm, and the phone weighs approximately 177 grams. In a good old US of A, or any other place in the world using metric, that is a depth of 0.31 inches with a width of 2.93 inches and a height of 6.13 inches, and the phone weighs a total of 0.31 ounces. After 3 months, I'm still loving this phone, and it is still performing like I just unboxed it. It is by far the best phone I have daily driven to date. I love the screen, it looks so good, and due to the high refresh rate, it makes games like Call of Duty look excellent. Hold on a minute. Let's look at that game's performance, shall we? This phone smashes anything you can throw at it. As you can see, it is playing COD Mobile excellently. The phone also has the nicest looking purple and I love it. And with the use of Android 12, you can colour match the wallpapers. So as you can see, my phone is colour matched to be purple with my home screen, while my wallpaper is my favourite F1 team has. You can truly make this phone your own. And you can have animated wallpapers, but I don't because it drains the battery very slightly. The cameras on this phone are a work of art. Some of the photos I've got on this phone are amazing. You can see some of it in use in other and future reviews, so why not subscribe to our channel and click the bell icon to get notified when our weekly review lands. The call quality is also really good, along with the speakers. Here is an example of the speakers and how they sound. As mentioned before, the instructions are clear. They have a total of 15 steps and are all really clear. It was on a nice big card. I would recommend 2 people for attaching the backrest, but it might be doable with 1. It was really well thought out with all the stickers. IKEA should be taking notes from Secret Labs. Building the actual chair is quite easy. It took us around 50 minutes to build, maybe a little longer if you're building alone, although assembly is vastly easier with a friend. These chairs are pricey, but the Titan Evo is an award-winning chair made out of high-quality materials and it's super comfy. I only have one complaint about the phone, and that's the storage. I regret getting 128GB. I wish I had gotten 256 since I store a lot of my school stuff on the phone, and it takes up so much storage, which is why expandable storage would be a good thing. Finally, how does the S21 FE stack up against its Apple rival? Well, we haven't daily driven the iPhone 13, but on specifications, the S21 outpaces its rival. The iPhone 13 is £100 extra, costing a total of $799 instead of $699. It's a bit smaller. We're going from a 6.4 inch to a 6.1 inch, but it has a sharper display. The refresh rate is slower at 60 compared to 120. The CPU is better with the A15 Bionic instead of the Exynos 2100. Now, no matter on what memory size you get, you are going to get either 2 or 4 more gigabytes of RAM than you do on the base iPhone 13. However, there is more storage on the iPhone 13. You can go up to 512 from 128 instead of 128 to 256. The rear cameras, there's more of them on the S21 FE, and they are a lot sharper. Instead of being 12 megapixels, they are 12 and 64. And the front camera is sharper as well, being 32 megapixels compared to the 12. Where there's the biggest difference is the battery size. On the S21 FE, the battery size is 4,500 mAh. Now the iPhone 13 battery size is 3,227 mAh. Now this is based on the research we have done, so take it with a grain of salt. Even though the iPhone has a smaller battery, it lasts almost an hour longer than the S21 FE will when it's on the 60Hz mode. The iPhone 13 lasts up to 10 hours and 33 minutes, compared to the S21 FE, which at 120Hz will last you 7 hours, and at 60Hz will run at 9 hours. And then there's obviously the colours, the most important part of the phone. There's graphite, white, olive and lavender. Lavender is the one that we got. The colours for the iPhone, however, are red, starlight, midnight blue and pink. My personal preference is the S21 FE because I prefer the software and the feel of the phone. The software is a make or break for a phone, and Samsung's One UI is the best software experience I've ever had. And, well, I may also be a little bit biased, but Samsung is also just better. See, this phone looks great anywhere you go. That is it for today's video. If you enjoyed today's video, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and share it with a friend. Remember to go follow us on Twitter, TikTok and Instagram, where you can keep up to date on the channel, or you can go watch shorts. If you'd like to purchase the product, you can do so with the link in the description down below, and I will see you all later. Goodbye.